Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's Beth Kozik from Elegant Greetings. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon for our catalog Copycat cards. It's Saturday afternoon. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan, and we're going to have a nice warm weekend, so we're very excited about that. So let's go ahead and take a look at what project we made last weekend. This was made with the new Peach Suite, which is in our brand new catalog. And I had an extra special bonus last week, and that was offering everyone who placed a comment on Facebook or on YouTube would get this card for free. So I'm happy to say I had 8 people comment, so all 8 of you ladies will receive this card in the mail this week, so be on the lookout for this. So yeah, thank you all for watching and for commenting. I really do appreciate it very much. All right, a little bit of housekeeping here. Our January to June 21 mini catalog is going to retire at the end of June. So they just, Stampin' Up! Just published our last chance product list. So this explains all of the items that will be retiring, and many of them are at a discount. So it's a really great opportunity to stock up on a lot of our favorite products. The list is long, of course, and it's all by page number, so it's easy to follow along with the list along with our catalog, so we can easily take a look at all the products that are going to be going away. And then there are some products that are being unbundled. So what that means simply is that they're bundled currently, so whether it's a stamp set and a die set or a stamp set and a punch, they may be bundled currently, and they offer a 10% discount on those. However, some of the products they do carry over and simply unbundle them, which would mean that the 10% discount would no longer apply. So that would be something to watch for if interested, to be sure to get that discount before the end of June. So that's our mini catalog. All right, and today's project, we are in our annual catalog, and this is a really fun suite of products, something a little bit outside of the box, I think, for Stampin' Up! I don't remember seeing anything quite like this. It's a suite called In the Wild, and we're on pages 44 and 45. This really caught my eye. I just love all of the beautiful colors. I love the stamp set. It is a 2-step stamping style. That's a mouthful. And here is what it looks like. So the Wildcats stamp set, it is a photopolymer stamp set, and there are 15 different stamps. So it's a builder style, which means, if you can see here, there is a face of a leopard and a tiger, which are easy to use on either of the big cats. And then we're going to stamp that face. I'm going to show you how to do that today. We're going to stamp the face right over the cat, and it's just amazing how it really comes to life. Here are the stripes for the tiger. Here are the spots for the leopard. And then it has all these really nice sentiments. There's kind of like a vine, which I stamped on. I'll show you a card I stamped, but I stamped this kind of upside down, so it looks like jungle vines hanging down from the trees. And here's another foliage, and some here too as well. And then the coordinating die set, of course, has both of the big cats that can be cut out. It has some vines and some leafy kind of pieces. Really, really a nice set. So this bundle is $38.50, but of course it's part of a suite, and the entire suite is $57.50. So it would include the bundle I just showed you. There is this awesome embossing folder. It's called Animal Print, and it has these really fun cheetah or leopard kind of pattern to it. And then also the designer series paper, which is so pretty. Look at this. I love all of these colors. They coordinate so nicely, and of course the dies coordinate with some of the designer paper. So what we can do is use our dies right on the designer paper to cut out the images. Isn't that slick? I think that's a really nice tip. All right, and so yeah, these are all the patterns. Of course, there's 12 pieces, double-sided, so there's beautiful images that coordinate. And our designer paper is just $11.50 for this entire package of 12 by 12 sheets. So it's a really great value. Lots of inspiration here too, because everything goes together, so it's really easy to pair them up. All right, today's Copycat card is this cat card right here we're gonna make. And it has features the tiger, so I'm gonna show you how to stamp that. So let's get started. I will keep my catalog handy here right on the side. And let's go through all of the products we're going to need. Of course, we're going to need our stamp set and our die set. And our cardstock is the crushed curry. So it's a really beautiful deep gold color, perfect to go with our designer paper. We need our circle dies, and I die cut a circle from the Evening Evergreen, which is one of our brand new in colors. We need a piece of our basic white to stamp the tiger on. We need a piece of cherry cobbler to do our sentiment. And then these are all pieces of the designer paper. So these are about a 1/2 inch by, I think they were about 4 1/4. And we need 5 of those. And of course we could use any of the designer paper that we would like, but I'm going to copy exactly what's in the catalog. And then another piece of the designer paper. Oh, here's that pattern which shows like the vines, which I love. And this piece is 4 by 2.5. Okay, and we need to do a little bit of embossing, so why don't we go ahead and do that part first. And what I have done is I have all of my embossing supplies here. Oh, our inks we're using are Gorgeous Grape and Pumpkin Pie. And then we need some of our matte black dots. These are available currently in the mini catalog. And then of course we need our Versamark and our embossing tool. I have my embossing buddy and my white embossing powder. So we're going to take our stamp. I love the sentiment. It says, "You are fierce." They use something else in the catalog, but I really like that sentiment. So I'm going to use that for my sentiment. So all we need to do for embossing is to stamp in the Versamark ink, which is just a clear sticky ink. And then we will place that right here onto our scrap. Okay, so basically it's just a clear ink, so it doesn't look like much at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and get that into our embossing powder. Oh, I forgot to use my embossing buddy. Let's see if I can get all of the extra off of here. What the embossing buddy does is it simply removes all the static from the paper, because every little tiny, you know what, I think I'm going to do another one. It removes all the static, and it doesn't allow anything to cling to it in terms of the embossing powder. So therefore, when we emboss it, we don't get all those little white dots or whatever color embossing powder dots all over. We only will get the embossing powder where we want it. So always good to have a couple of extra pieces ready to go. All right, so now I'm going to put that in the embossing powder. And see, the embossing powder just sticks right where I put that Versamark. And then I'm just going to give it a little flick, a little blow. There we go. Okay, that looks really good. So now we just need to heat set this. And I will bring in my heat tool now. And I keep a piece of foil wrapped around some cardboard just as a base so that I never scorch my work surface. And I always have my tweezers ready just to kind of hold the paper in place. It takes a minute for the heat gun to get hot. There we go. And then there's the magic. Hopefully that's visible on camera. There. That turned out nice. So see how it's embossed? Embossing is that easy, nothing to ever be intimidated by. And the effect is super nice. So, all right, I'm just gonna wipe off my stamp here. I've got my chamois on the side ready so I can clean my stamps. All right, next step will be, I think, to do the tiger. So we need our piece of white paper. I have the tiger stamp ready, and we're gonna stamp that in pumpkin pie and gorgeous grape. Now, when I played with this, the easiest way I found to make sure I line this up nicely was to stamp the face of the tiger first and then go over it with the body stamp. All right, so can you see the face there already? It's a little hard to see, but once it's on the paper, it's so cool. Look at that. So that's going to be our tiger face. I'm just going to clean off that stamp real quick. And then we need the body of the tiger. And that will be in this pumpkin pie. So I've got that on my big block. We're going to give it lots of ink because we want that to be very vibrant. Now with the photopolymer and the clear block, we can see right through. So I'm going to line up the face and the head of the stamp. Sorry, I hope that my head's not in the camera here. All right, that looks good. And this little tiger is going to come right to life. Wait till you see this. How cool is that? Wow. This has been so much fun to play with. I can't tell you. You definitely need to add this to your collection. Even if you don't like safari style, it's just a really fun, something really unusual and different to play with and make cards. Now next I'm going to use the grape, and we are going to add the stripes onto the tiger. So I'm going to ink up the stamp, and I had to kind of play with this a little bit, but this is the actual direction that the stripes go onto the body. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. And then I'm cleaning my stamp because I want to add a little bit more ink to a few spots of the tiger. Okay, so I'm just going to ink up one little corner of the stamp right here so I can add some to this one front leg here. So see, I'm only putting a little bit of ink right on the corner, and I'm going to put that in that direction like that. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to clean the stamp again, and then I want to add a little bit more to this back corner here, his back end. I'm just going to ink up that little tiny bit and line that up right on his hind. There we go. Isn't that cool? I just love that. Okay, so our tiger is ready, and that needs to be die cut with our die, which I will show you. Okay, so see, our die will fit directly over the tiger like that. All right, and then in the interest of time, I went ahead and made one. So here is our tiger. Isn't he fun? All right, and then I think our next step will be to do some assembly. There really wasn't a whole lot of stamping on this, which was fun. It goes together nice and quick. So let's get our card pieces ready to go here. I'm going to use my liquid glue, my green glue, which we call it, Tombow glue. And I'm going to put those stripes here. And, oh, there's one thing it looks like I forgot. Oh, that's the, let's see if I can do that real quick here. You know what, there's supposed to be some leopard spots stamped on there, but I'm just going to have to skip it because I don't have it here at the moment. So let's go ahead and assemble our card. And so these stripes are going to go on the card. We're going to space those out, and I'm just going to add a little line of glue. Tombow glue is great. It's just a liquid glue. It's wonderful for paper. It doesn't leave any like bunchiness or anything. I don't know how they formulate it, but it's different than regular, say like Elmer's glue, which can leave kind of like a lump under the paper, but this does not do that, and it adheres quickly. So we're going to put these in a row like that. There's one. And I'll leave a little space in between. So this is a fun way to use scraps. We usually end up with these kind of 1/2 inch to 1 inch wide pieces. So yeah, just putting them in kind of a pattern like this makes a really nice accent on our card. Whoops, there we go. And one more. Okay, that looks good. And then next comes our leaf paper. I think it does have an up and a down, so I'm going to use this side, add a little bit of our seal adhesive, and then that goes right about here. And then we need our green circle, so I'm just going to add that. Of course, I ran out of my adhesive here, so always good to have a spare at the ready. And then our circle goes right there. I love this layering kind of a look. Now the tiger, I think I'm going to pop that up a little bit. It's always fun to add some dimension. So I'll add some of our dimensionals. So those are the large ones, and then the little ones I'm going to add on the bottoms of his paws so that we keep those down as well. All right, and then our tiger goes like that. And then our sentiment, "You are fierce." I'm just going to add that on with a little bit of our adhesive. You know what? I have a couple of those dots on the edge right here, so I'm just going to snip those off. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Now, the part I missed was there's that leopard stamp, the little spots, which could be stamped on the background here and here, but that's okay. Oh, and the last step is to apply a few of these matte black dots. So let's put a couple of those on here. There's one, two, and then a few more down here. What a cute card. This would be great for a guy or a kid, really anybody. It's such a cute pattern. Look at that. All right, and then our final step is to secure down our fold with our bone folder. And there we go. That turned out really cute. I really like that a lot. I hope you do too. So let's bring in the catalog. My desk is very messy today here, so I have to move a few things out of the way. All right, here we go. So here's our catalog card, and here's my card. What do you think? Please let me know. Be sure to comment and let me know if you like that. And of course, I'm going to raffle this off next Saturday during my video for our next Copycat cards. And let me show you one other card I made. I'm having my new catalog celebration this afternoon, and we are going to play with this suite. So this is one of the cards that we're making during our class. So you can see that really cool leopard print background. Isn't that fun? And then here is the leopard. I stamped in crumb cake paper, added some of those little leopard spots, And then this is the foliage that I stamped and cut out, and then added the sentiment, have a wild birthday. And this is another piece of that designer paper. Oh, and then here's the inside. I added just the crushed curry, and then this is that vine stamp, which kind of looks like jungle vines hanging down. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you again for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.